Good morning. Today is Thursday, September 17th. For lunch today, we have macaroni and cheese with glazed carrots and garlic breadstick, or beef taco salad, or cheeseburger on a bun, or crispy chicken nuggets. Because there's been some confusion on this point, I'd like to take a minute to talk about our locker policy at AMS. Lockers are only used at the beginning and the end of the day and the beginning and end of lunch. This policy exists so that we can cut down on crowding in the hallways as much as we can. Lockers are meant to hold the backpack you take to and from home, as well as a jacket you may take to and from home or out to lunch recess. We also use lockers for lunch boxes or other things you'll need for lunch. Anything else, like pencils or books for classes, should be taken to your advisory homeroom and stay there throughout the day. This means that you shouldn't be visiting your locker in between classes or after you have left your grade level wing for the lunch recess period. Thank you for your help with this. And finally, nobody has a birthday today. Hey everybody! For today's thought of the day, I want to share with you a letter that one student wrote to another. Now, just to set the terms on this is not from anybody in this school. It is something from one fifth grader to another. You don't know anybody involved here, but the themes that we're touching on are pretty universal. So let's look into that. So here are the rules and regulations from Zoe to Noah. Number 1, do not touch my shoulder. Number 2, do not get behind me with all that playing and foolishness. Don't get behind me at all. Number 3, do not speak to me unless it's a greeting, which will be never. Number 4, stop playing with me on the bus. So if I could just pause the reading of this letter for a minute, what kind of vibe are you getting off Zoe here? What type of thing is she feeling right now? You know, if you said frustration or anger or any of those type of things, I think you'd be pretty right on. Well, let's keep going. Number 5, I have a short temper with people and you ruin my day because you play too much. Number 6, reread 500 times. Number 7, you like me as a girlfriend, but I don't like you. I'm too young as a boyfriend. So I can't reread this 500 times, but there is one I'm going to zero back in on and reread at least once. I have a short temper with people, and you ruin my day because you play too much. This idea of messing around and, hey, whatever he wants to do is okay because he's just playing. You know what? That's not just a Noah. That's not just a Zoe frustration. We're seeing that a lot here too. So there you have it, the rules and regulations according to Zoe. But wait, there's an important postscript. If you break any of these rules, I'm calling my dad, my mom's friend, my fake mom, and a janitor I know. Don't mind the spelling. If you ruin my day, I'm going to have to go to counseling. Stop playing with me. So there we are back to that same theme of playing. Stop playing with me. We heard her say that earlier. Noah might easily come back and say, hey, I'm just messing around. There's nothing harmless here, whatever. But please respect and understand what Zoe's doing here. You might not use the same phrases. You might not get the janitor involved. You might not go ahead and ask someone to reread it 500 times. But what Zoe's doing here is something really important. She's setting boundaries. She's saying, here is what I'm able to live with, and here's what I'm not able to live with, and she's being very clear with it. So in looking at this letter, I want to have 2 takeaways if you're here. First of all, can you feel the frustration? Can you feel the worry? Can you feel the what do I do here going on in Zoe's mind? That might not be something that's a lot easier to see unless she didn't write this note. Zoe might be kind of quiet otherwise. Zoe might not be able to say that in the heat of the moment when she's feeling frustrated. But she's doing it in a way here that helps us understand, hey, this is really where I'm at. And we need to really respect that. And the second part, the part that I feel strongly enough about that I'd like you to read 500 times, is simply this. You're responsible for how you make other people feel. It doesn't matter what you meant to do, but you really are responsible for what happens as a result of what you do. In this case, Noah might be saying, hey, I'm just messing around or I'm just doing something. Guess what? Noah's vote doesn't matter here. His intentions aren't the important thing. The important thing is how it affects someone. And so that's your thought for the day. Please go ahead and notice what effects your actions have on other people. Or if you are feeling other people's actions are having an effect on you, find a way, like Zoe, to set those boundaries. Talk about it. and to be able to make it something manageable instead of have something that's just right up inside of you. And so, hey, this growing up thing ain't easy. We'll get there though. Keep plugging away and we'll do it. All right, take care.